Now, we see with the Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to replace higher denomination banknotes has led to a significant uptick in the adoption of digital financial services, also with the stoppage of international payments on Naira cards, also, boosting that sector too. Let's talk to Tunde Buremo, now CEO and founder at Cardify, join us via Zoom. Great to have you. So we did get that breaking news earlier that the Supreme Court, nullified the federal government's policy and saying that the old 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira notes will remain in circulation till December 31st, 2023. I'm sure some people, breathing a sigh of relief there. Maybe others not in support of this. But how are you seeing this, at this point? Because we saw the first policy there boosting fintech adoption. How are you seeing this?
Yeah, as much as the policy in itself is, a great policy to enable cashless society, I think the implementation was, a bit too rapid. And considering the population of the country vis-a-vis the unbanked and underbanked, so it's definitely that consequently there has been a surge, in the use of digital services and fintechs alike across the country. And of course, this has affected a lot of fintechs as there has been more pressure on available infrastructure in recent times.
Yeah, there's so much pressure. And talking about pressure now, any data, showing big maybe jump in sign-ups for, most of these fintech platforms?
A lot of fintechs recently have reported a surge. However, a number of factors, actually dictate how well these companies can adjust to the rising demand for their services relative to the voluminous, number of sign-ups and as well the number of transactions, because sign-up is a thing, transactions is another thing. I mean, the way users, the volume at which users get to use this platform. So one of such factors is, the scalability of their technology. Another factor is the robustness of their systems. And very importantly, the available of sufficient funding to support expansion at times like this. On the other hand, we have to identify the issue of financial inclusion in Nigeria, which is not unconnected, to the country's smart penetration, which is around 35%. So to put that into perspective, what that means is most fintech products usage is still capped at around 35% of the entire population.
So if this amount of pressure, continues, do you think the fintechs, can handle, all these users? Because today, I was talking to a friend today, and one of the fintech platforms that my friend actually had to use because of the banks were overpressured, he said that platform was beginning to fail. So I'm wondering if this continues, can the fintechs actually handle it going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's a reciprocating effect. Like with that policy, it is definite that there will be an increase in use. However, there are more reasons to believe that fintechs are well positioned, to handle more users at this time. Firstly, most fintechs are built on cutting-edge technology, very flexible technology that can scale quickly to meet rising demand. Fintechs are built to be flexible and scalable, most, of course. So this enables them to swiftly, adjust to shifting market conditions and customer expectations. Another reason is, fintechs are frequently more eager to try out new things, and business strategies. This can help them, stay on cutting edge and meet the increasing demand respective to user acquisition. And lastly, many fintechs have already demonstrated the ability to handle large number of transactions, even in the face of this rapid growth. Several fintech companies in Nigeria have already reported significant increases in transaction volumes as a result of the recent cash crunch and the recent Naira thing, and they have really been able to handle these volumes with relative ease.
Okay, let's quickly touch on virtual dollar cards. Now, I know that's becoming a thing now for people that want to buy from international stores, but a lot of those platforms shut down in 2022. So I'm wondering, how is the business climb for that virtual card business, virtual dollar card business? How's that looking right now?
Yeah, the shutdown you mentioned, the shutdown of most platforms in Nigeria was actually a ripple effect of the shutdown of another card issuing platform. However, Cadify Africa is a cutting-edge, fintech solution that seeks to revolutionize the way Nigerians and Africans in general manage and utilize their funds. So, speaking of utilization, one of our core aims at Cadify, one of our core offerings is the virtual dollar cards you mentioned. So the virtual dollar cards can be funded with both fiat currency as well as stable coins. This is in a bid to kind of bridge the gap between Africans and cross-border payments. So we've got quite a number of use cases for these virtual dollar cards. One of them being online shopping. So this is like making payment on e-commerce platforms. We've got subscription services. This is mostly happening in a recurring basis. And so this is when users like pay for their services. The services they have subscribed to on a periodic basis. Then international transactions, global payments. So until now, payment has like been an hassle for Nigerian freelancers and tech users and enthusiasts due to several spend limits. However, codified dollar cards enable users to pay above those limits in US dollars directly. And one of the core features of this card is security. So this is where the added layer of security known as 3D security protocol comes in for our standard cards at Cadify. Basically, 3D means 3 domains. That's the acquirer domain, the issuer domain, that's the domain of the issuing body, perhaps the merchant or the fintech, and the interoperability domain, that's the infrastructure everything sits on. So when the verification across the 3 domains protocol when it happens, that is when you normally get a prompt on your phone to use a one-time password and
all right, Tunde, but
validate a debit card.
Yeah, but Tunde, looking at that business, do you still see opportunity? With the whole dollar crunch, right now in the country, is there still entry for that business in Nigeria?
Yeah, a lot of it, mostly because of the fact that it is convenient. You don't need to carry the card around, it is accessible. So this makes it kind of ideal for the unbanked and underbanked to activate virtual cards in minutes. And, it also provides a situation whereby users can budget more easily and, track their expense.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, I guess there's still a lot of opportunity with that virtual card business. Well, thank you so much, Tunde Buremo, CEO and founder at Cadify. It was great having your perspective today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.